Hey, welcome back to the Baseline and Beyond course, Tennis Fundamentals. We're on section 3. This is going to be lesson 2, where I'm going to show you how to make proper contact with the ball as you serve. So on the previous lesson, we did a little bit of the basics, you know, the setup with the hand, the stance, the toss of the ball. Now we're going to dive a little bit more into detail of how you should be swinging. Remember, like a beginner or intermediate player, okay? So we're gonna keep it simple, and we're gonna show you right away how that gets done. So let's go to practice. All right, so just a quick recap on what we were doing and working on the first lesson. Remember, we were working on the proper continental grip, and then setting up our feet for the serve with a good proper base, not too big, not too narrow. We're just gonna start with maybe like shoulder width apart, something that you feel comfortable with, that you know your weight is distributed equally in between your 2 feet. And like we said a little bit before, we're gonna go to an L shape right here, L shape right here. The elbow, we don't want it to the side, we want it to the back. And the strings of the racket that will be making contact with the ball, we want to point in towards, you know, the ground right here. Once you start with this, I want you to toss the ball and find a proper height for you to hit. In my case, you know, it will be maybe like 2.5, maybe 3 feet, something like that. But the best way to realize where you should be tossing the ball and how high should it be is by kind of like getting on your tippy toes, extending your arm, and if you see it right there, maybe you think, okay, maybe that's a good toss for me. Okay, you definitely want to have a full body extension and an arm extension when you make contact with the ball. Right before you make contact, your body should be extended completely. All right, so with that being said, let's do a couple of shots so you can see how it works. Toss and hit. Okay, toss and hit. Okay, now notice how the motion is a very simple, very abbreviated motion. I am not trying to go with a full serve here. This is what we call a half serve. Most of the people that I work with, most of the players that I'm helping currently, do not have good fundamentals. I take them back. I go maybe like 6-7 months of just doing this type of serve until I see that all the fundamentals are there, and then we start adding back things to get them to that more advanced motion. Okay, so it's very important you understand L shapes here, elbow back, good setup on your feet, good proper toss. And when you toss the ball, the moment the ball is going up, you're gonna push the shoulder upward. This one is gonna fall down a little bit. Your racket is gonna go behind your body, and that's when you move the racket head up and trying to hit it down. Okay, if you've ever heard, you know, that the serve in tennis is very similar to the throw motion, it's absolutely right, but we don't throw, you know, forward, we throw upwards. Okay, so that's a very important difference that you have to understand. All right, I'll do it a couple more times. We're gonna go with L shape, elbow back, strings, check, feet, check, toss, back, hit. Beautiful serve. Nice and easy, simple, but effective. And that's what you're looking for in your, you know, beginning of the tennis development in technique. You want to make it simple. All right, I'll do it a couple more times so you can see where and how my body looks. I'm going to try to slow these things down for you to see it. Okay, we go here. All right, there you go. There you have it. That is as simple as it gets on the serve. If you get really good at this type of serve, trust me, you can play matches, you can be on a league, you can be part of a team, you can do some tournaments, singles, whatever you want. You can have a ton of fun, and this serve will stick with you for a long time. It will go simple is the way to go. It will take you, you know, it will be good for you for a long time. Later on, you can start adding things, which I will show you in a more advanced course. All right. So for your drill, this is what I want you to do. I want you to find, you know, basket of balls, a court if you can, or a wall, a tennis wall will also be good. And I want you to practice the setup, the toss, and making contact with the ball. But I want you to do it in this way. You're gonna set up your feet, hand, racket, and you're gonna go 3 times with a shadow swing of a toss like this. 1, 2, 3, and then you're gonna hit the ball. Beautiful. All right. Now it's very important in this drill that number one, you hold your racket up here to start thinking. Your mind has to start being aware of the form of your arm and the position of your body. And very important that you catch the ball. 1, 2, 3. You see that? When I try to have this exercise, you know, people that work with me do it, all of a sudden we discover that the toss is what's messing up their serve, not so much the motion. Okay, so make sure you're always practicing tossing the ball. We're gonna go again. Set up my feet, racket, grip is good, and I'm gonna go toss. 1, catch, 2, catch, 3, catch. Now I'm hitting, and it went in. All right, so I want you to do, this will be a you know, 1. I want you to do of these reps, I want you to do 10, and then just go straight into serving. Okay, so after you do 10 of those, you can start with a more advanced, which will be just going straight, toss, and hit. Make sure you're bringing that racket back here and hit. All right, so one of the very common things that I see players do is that as soon as they get here, they drop the racket this way. Nope. Get it right behind your back. All right. So there you have it. That's how you do a simple serve, half serve. Very efficient with a proper contact point and a simplified swing. All right. You have the drill. That will be it. Please make sure that you are taking some videos and you're posting it into the community chat. I would love to see your work. I would love to see your progress, and it will be a great way to for you to stay motivated. All right, show us your work and I will see you on the next lesson. All right, remember, only practice makes you better.